Hello YouTubers, my name is X Factor and I'm excited and pleased to tell you one of my all-time favorite game modes from any game is returning to the Battlefield franchise. Titan mode is back. It's being reimagined with a bit of a twist. We're going to go over that, including a couple other things you're going to want to know about a quickly upcoming DLC called Naval Strike, which is following Second Assault. But first, let's talk about the gameplay here. I'm going to be using the AEK and LMG, and I believe the ACWR, as I try to hold down the right side of the map. And here's the thought process here. How many people can I harass and delay from going back to the MCOM as a defender? I'm trying to figure out if this really helps the team, or if I'm just distracting a handful of people, it's not really worth it. So obviously you guys know about Second Assault. That is 4 of the quote-unquote most popular maps being redone for Battlefield 4. If you're a premium member, that's here February 18th. Literally, we are days away from that. And of course, if you're not a premium member, you'll have access to that 2 weeks later, along with being able to use and unlock the F2000. Most of you probably unlocked the AS-Val. And of course, there's a couple other weapons you'll be able to unlock, and assignments and all the goodies that come with that. But the big one is going to be Naval Strike, which brings back Titan mode, and it'll be available for premium members starting March 30th. So let's cover the blog post real quick. Battlefield 4 Naval Strike takes the intense and dramatic water-based combat introduced in Battlefield 4 to 4 all-new maps set in the South China Sea. Blow open a crashed passenger plane and capture fishing villages across the tropical Lost Islands. Drop a submarine on your foes as you infiltrate a naval base or rush between shipping docks and rocky islands on the massive Wavebreaker map. Wage war across stormy seas in the largest ocean stretch in a Battlefield map yet with Naval Strike. Storm an abandoned cliffside resort or get lost in the breathtaking vistas in Operation Mortar. Naval Strike also introduces 5 new weapons, the amphibious hovercraft vehicle, 10 assignments, and the all-new carrier assault mode, which is an homage to the fan favorite Titan mode from Battlefield 2142. So we get 4 maps, 5 weapons, a new amphibious hovercraft vehicle, 2 additional gadgets, which is the 3GL, a 3-grenade launcher attachment for the assault class, anti-heli mine, an aircraft disabling projectile for the engineer class. That'll be interesting to see how both of those new gadgets pan out, as my ACWR finally recovers from a case of the fits. And I know what you're thinking about this new engineer gadget. That's yet another thing that can harass, disable, and more than likely kill attack choppers, little birds, and Z11s. And of course, the air and ground balance situation is a very delicate subject, especially with the attack chopper, which is literally a floating coffin for a variety of reasons. This is yet another random factor in the game that DICE has to worry about bringing into balance. It will really be interesting to see how that specific gadget plays out once they start tweaking and balancing the air. So a couple things with Titan mode. Obviously this is being redone for Battlefield 4. It's going to have some twists and tweaks on it. In 2142, the Titans were futuristic flying fortresses which had massive shields on it, which played into the gameplay of the mode. You would control specific points on the map. You would get access to these missiles, which would slowly beat up and knock down the enemy Titan shield. Once the shield was finally beaten down, that was just the start of killing the enemy Titan. It often resulted in Titan parties where your team would board the enemy Titan. Close quarter gameplay galore. The attacker's job will be to kill and destroy the 4 different control panels on the Titan. Once you did that, you got access to the main reactor core, and if you blew that up, the Titan would finally be slain. Obviously, with Battlefield 4 being a modern game, we're probably not going to have a crazy shield. The question is, with this being 2 aircraft carriers more than likely, how will the gameplay on the main part of the map be affected to give us incentive, and how will it affect the enemy aircraft carrier, also known as the Titan, in Battlefield 4. It'll be really interesting to see what they do to give us incentive to fight over the crazy points on the map, because that's what Titan mode was. Crazy, fast-paced action non-stop. Because if you weren't fighting for the points, your Titan was getting smashed. What do you guys think about Titan mode coming back, and what tweaks do you think they should make to it to make it applicable to modern day times? And as always, there will be a link down below so you guys can read up on Naval Strike. And Operation Parking Garage didn't work so well. Down to 16 tickets. We got one MCOM set. Trying to work this left lane, and my squad is going to quickly get eradicated. So I'm going to do my best to stay alive and at least provide a spawn point so we don't have to spawn all the way back at the breakout area. If you guys have any questions or comments, don't forget to leave those down below. As always, YouTubers, thanks for watching. And I'm really excited to see what you guys had to say about Titan mode and your thoughts behind it. We will see you guys soon. Have a good one.